Hi, welcome to Bet Safe with myself, Alan McInally, Harry Redknapp and Paul Dickov. We're just going to have a little look at the derby situation, the world derbies, the El Clasico, the Merseyside derby, the North London derby, etc., and our experiences in these particular games. We'll start with the North London derby because it's, certainly coming up at the weekend, etc., and it's you've been involved in that.
Yeah, I mean, their first game's obviously big rivalry between Tottenham and Arsenal now, so that will be an interesting game. But I mean, all derbies, it's the game that the fans want to win, isn't it? You know, it's a big game for them. Tottenham want to get one over on Arsenal. Arsenal have had probably the upper hand in the last, 15, 16 years or whatever, in the main. So I mean, but they're very evenly balanced at the moment, the two teams. But great atmosphere in all derbies, isn't it? The derby I've been involved in, Alan, not getting away from that one, with probably the most hatred was the fiercest was Southampton Portsmouth.
Well, that's another. I was going to mention that.
I mean, I couldn't. I left Portsmouth, went to Southampton, and we got on the coach at the training ground to head to Fratton Park. We had 6 SAS men on the coach. We had helicopters following the coach all the way overhead to Fratton Park. I mean, I'll be honest with you, my players were petrified to go. They were.
How were you?
There is incidentally, Harry played 3 of the SAS men at the back.
I know. I could have done.
There is a different expectations. I mean, okay, we can mention Celtic Rangers as well. I mean, it carries 150 years of what's the word?
Well, it's not just football.
It's not just the game.
It's more than that. There's the religious side to it and everything else.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you played that one, Al?
Yeah, I played and scored for Celtic actually.
Right.
And I can remember for 2 days afterwards thinking, I've still got a ringing in my ear because the noise was so much.
They must be incredible.
And you know, when you arrive at the game,
the atmospheres, I mean, you were lucky enough to play in it. I used to go as a boy to the Celtic Rangers games, and there's just, you can't explain it. If you've not been to a Celtic Rangers game, you can't explain to people.
You know when you arrived at the game and you went out on the pitch and you're thinking, I'll look at the pitches, you've just arrived there, there would be 50,000 people already there waiting. That was the difference, And as soon as you go on the pitch, there's just a different feel, obviously. I mean, you've been to the I've not been to Real Madrid, Barcelona.
Yeah, I went to Birmingham a few years ago. Took my boys over there. Yeah. And it was just, what an experience to do it. Just like, obviously completely different to Celtic Rangers, but there is the hatred there. But the atmosphere and the noise when the players come out of that tunnel. But the silence in the stadium when Barca scored, that was something. You could have heard a pin drop. I think it was 70, 80, 90,000 in the Bernabeu. And when Barca scored the goal, the whole place just went poof. And that's something that'll always stick with me.
Well, that's...
Yeah,
we must have done that.
I've played in a few Manchester derbies, but that's when we were really, really bad, actually. The gigs, the Scholes, Beckhams, Cole, Sheringham and everything else.
It's the expectancy before the game almost, isn't it? Even as a football player, regardless of how the fans feel.
Honestly, we went to Old Trafford and we nicked a draw 1-0. And we went into the change room afterwards as if we'd just beat them 3-0. Yeah. The fans celebrated in the stand as if we'd just beat them and we'd nicked a 1-0, because that was the best we could have expected with that team that we're up against.
I still think a great derby is the Liverpool derby. Because there's no hatred. It's great atmosphere.
They used to mix and sit together, didn't they?
Not
so long ago.
I've never known a place like the Northwest in Liverpool that families have a line down the middle of the dining room table, where you've got one as a Blues and Everton fan and one as a Red as a Liverpool fan, and there's lots like that.
But they don't get aggravation at them games, do they?
Nah, they don't. They don't.
They go there and
they support their team once they're there, don't they? But it's not to go and beat people up or everything else.
So I'm not going to say Goodison's not a good football pitch or a football stadium, because it was one of my favourite places to go and play football, because the atmosphere was good. But playing at Anfield, I don't know what it is, but there's a sprinkle of gold dust that it's one of the best football stadiums in the world. Would you agree with that?
It gives you goosebumps. As soon as you walk out your changing room, you turn left to go down that tunnel. And you walk up the stairs and they're saying you never walk alone. It does, regardless of what team you support or who you've played for. It does send the hairs in the back of your neck.
I was going to say, if you ever get a chance to go to a derby, I will throw Celtic and Rangers in. Ayr United against Kilmarnock, which is a long time ago. But I think probably that one and that one alone, I would say. Have you been to an El Clasico? The wee man said it was fantastic.
Where was that?
The Real Madrid.
No, never. No, I'd like to go.
Celtic Rangers?
No, not been up for that either. That's another game that was on my list of going to.
Maybe at the moment in time it's a bit one-sided, to be fair. The other one I'll throw in is, of course, I need to say this because the Villa fans will never forgive me, is Villa Birmingham. But again, I was in the same position as maybe you were with the Man U. I was with Villa and we were playing Birmingham at the time and they weren't very good, so we were always going to win that.
I watched that game the weekend. That was
Yeah,
the
1-1?
first game, yeah.
Fair?
Yeah, Birmingham did well. Birmingham completely dominated second half. They came back strong and well deserved the point.
Going back, the first Manchester derby I played in was at Main Road, talking about Beckham. It was when Beckham was putting free kicks in from everywhere.
Yeah.
And we had a team meeting. Joe Royal, top man, was the manager, and Willie Donachie came up with the idea. He said, look, get free kick anywhere around the box. We're not putting a wall up. So we're all sitting there and thinking, what? Says David Beckham, he said, we're not putting a wall up because what will happen is it will get in his head. And he won't be used to it. And it will give him less chance of scoring. 90 seconds in, free kick, no wall. Sticks it right in the top. He did. Lost the game 1-0.
No.
So, yeah, true story that.
Was there anything different you used to say when you were manager of, well, obviously when you were at Portsmouth and then obviously Spurs as well? Or did you really have to say a great deal, Harry? Did the situation just look after itself?
Yeah, it looks after itself. The players know what's at stake. The crowd know it's that special week building up to a derby.
It's the build up to it as well, isn't it?
They hear it around the town, don't they? They know what's coming.
Well, we're always looking for a little bit extra in the derbies. I hope that was just a little insight just to what it's like. And I must admit, I will never forget any of the derbies I played in, regardless how big or how small. And geographically, where you are in the country, your derby is always the biggest for sure. Thanks to Paul, thanks to Harry. This has been BetSafe, just having a look at the local derbies that we've been involved in and some that you'll obviously look forward to during the season. We will see you in BetSafe, or should I say on BetSafe, for more of our Premier League previews throughout the season. Thanks for watching.